Ladies and gentlemen, the conductor.
All right. Welcome to the Four Words Podcast. Today we got Unique Tha Conduktor in the building. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Man, y'all know what it is, man. It's Conduktor Beats, man. Unique Tha Conduktor is the artist. Conduktor Beats is the producer. Also 1/3 of the motherfucking Hit Room, a.k.a. Hit Room Shit Nigga Studios.
Hell yeah. Straight out, are you from the Quad Cities then originally?
Actually, man, originally, I'm from Missouri. I'm from a real small town, like more than like 6,000, 7,000 maybe. So I'm from a real small country town, man. And then my mom moved us up here in like 88 or 89 when I was like 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Up here to the Quad City area. So yeah, so I pretty much grew up here, but my roots are really in Missouri.
Oh yeah, I'm from a small town too. Spent most of my life in Davenport.
Yeah.
So when did you start doing music?
Oh shit. I probably started, man. I started rhyming as soon as I could rhyme hibbity boo 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 boo. I've been rhyming like a young age, man, like a kid. I think I was even half-ass rhyming before we moved up here from Missouri. So rhyming as far back as I can fucking remember. Producing, I was about 13 or 14 years old when I first jumped in as far as like producing, making beats, and I really was just doing it just so that I can make my own beats and I didn't have to use instrumentals off of the back of singles. So,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But I had a mentor that I grew up with out in Castlewood, may rest in peace, Russell Scott, and he was a producer that lived out there in the apartment complex out in Castlewood. And I would go over to his house, you know what I mean? And he had all of like, you know, the sequencers and the different keyboards and equipment and stuff. And so even at a young age, like, you know, for me going around him and him kind of mentoring me, you know, he would always tell me like, you know, make your own, do more than rap. One of the key things that stuck to me always is that he's like, yo, do more than rap. And I'm like, what do you mean do more than rap? He's like, you know, make your own beats or learn how to record yourself. Do more than just rap. He's like, if you want to be successful in this, you got to do more than just rap. You got to be more than just a rapper. So that kind of stuck with me at an early age. And then, you know, like I said, he had me around equipment and he would tell me things like, you know, tell your mom you want a keyboard, you know, you want this type of keyboard. And if it comes home and it's got speakers on it, then it's probably not the right keyboard.
Yeah.
So I learned at a really early age as far as like about the equipment and different things like that. So yeah, so together producing, probably like the age of like 13 or 14 is when I jumped in as far as producing and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. You kind of switched over a little bit too. Not switched over, but added producing, because that's what you've been doing steadily for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I found you. And I came over, I saw you on social media all the time. So I came over to check out beats one day and I was sitting there and I was like, man, I'm just looking for a new producer because my guy kind of unorganized and he lost my whole project. And we started kind of talking a little bit about it. And then you stopped, you're like, wait, so that producer, is that guy AJ? And I'm like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, yep. But like,
Yeah.
then we realized like we've heard of each other before, like, cause I knew he was, but like he didn't really mess with just anybody. So like immediately me and you were cool cause we knew like, since he was that cool with us, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. AJ was definitely another mentor even in my career, man, with this shit. Like me and AJ, I did like, I think I would call it like my second solo project I did with AJ. We were roommates at the time. And I learned really a whole lot from AJ because at the time, you know, it was still, as far as equipment, everything was still like hardware. And so AJ was like one of the first ones that introduced me to the software side of things, as far as recording programs, as far as like production programs as far as in order to make beats on them. You know what I'm saying? Like AJ is the person that introduced me to Fruity Loops. So, I mean, AJ was always, man, like always, and even on my beat making style, like I don't think a lot, like I credit AJ a lot because like I would just, you know what I mean? AJ taught me how to take it to another level as far as like, when I would make beats, I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's slamming. And he would be like, hey, yo, let's add this type of synth sound or this type of art, you know what I mean? Just to make it a little bit more futuristic. Mm-hmm. And so I really credit, man, AJ a lot, man, for like my style as far as like making beats with, and another big word he would always say is progression, man. The beat needs progression. The beat needs progression. You can't just have it doing the same thing the whole time. So I really credit AJ, man, a lot, you know what I'm saying, for my skills as far as like, you know, my style of making beats and everything. Like, so big shout out to AJ, man, aka Kick Q. But yeah, and that's the bro for sure.
Yeah, he has a different kind of mind, and I learned a lot from him too. I used to be roommates with him too, but like, man, we used to just get on some other shit. Like, he had a lot of different business ideas, but
yeah, like, man. He's always been a thinker, man. His mind is always going miles an hour.
Hell yeah. So yeah, are you working on any new projects right now?
Actually, man, I've been it's been so crazy, Riplak, man, you know, with opening the studios and everything, you know, big shout out to my business partners, Slice, and big shout out to my business partner, Sneak, and just the whole Hit Room squad, you know, IB, also in Cato. I've been so busy, bro, like recording everybody else and working on everybody else's projects that it's like I don't have the time. Like, and then it's like, you know, I'll get in. I did a project around this time last year. It's because I was going through some really tough things in life. I had lost two brothers. One, you know what I'm saying? I had lost a brother that taught me how to play the drums. Then I ended up losing an actual blood brother, you know what I'm saying, to a car accident. And so, man, I there for a while, like I really wasn't, I kind of even got depressed and down and not even wanting to record nobody or wanting to do music. And after going to one of my brother's funeral, I was like, man, I got to come out of this funk. I got to come out of this funk. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know it was nobody but God to tell me like, yo, just go in and do a project in a week. So that's what I did. Like on my drive home, you know what I'm saying, coming back from out of town, like that was just laid on my heart and mind. Like, you know what? You got to get out of this funk. Music is how you're going to get out of this funk. And I came back and I did like a whole project within a whole week, features and everything, beats and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much like half mixtape-ish where I was using some industry beats and then half-ass where I was doing the beats on them myself. You know what I'm saying? So that one I called Pleasure and Pain 2. I really didn't like shop it or network it that much. I think I just only put it on SoundCloud. I think that's the only thing I put it on. Like I didn't even run it through, you know, the iTunes or anything like that because I had so many industry beats on it and stuff like that. But I needed that in order for me to get out of that funk. You know what I'm saying? So my most recent project is probably going on about a year old now. But after that's probably like the last project that I've hit really hard as far as like me getting in the booth and like writing or just, you know what I'm saying, coming up with songs and different things like that. I mean, other than wise, it's just been a feature here and there or, you know, a cool idea type of thing here and there. Like I say, I stay so busy with everybody else's stuff. It's hard for me to have time for my own.
Well, I guess that skips over the question I've been asking everybody about music and therapy because I think we just got it. But yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear you went through that though, but music is definitely awesome for that.
Yeah, most definitely. Man.
That's cool you did that though.
Most definitely. Yeah, man, it was a tough time, man, in life. And like I said, man, like and I knew that I had to get out of it because of the thing over this that I was getting to the point to where I was just getting lazy. Like, man, I don't even record nobody, or man, I don't even feel like making no beat, or I don't feel like writing nothing, anything. And it took me pushing myself to be like, no, fuck that. And like, actually it helped so much, you know what I'm saying? Because I was able to release those feelings and that, you know what I'm saying, that depression out of me by doing music. So saying like, it's definitely therapy when it comes to me.
It's great when you can get yourself out of those funks instead of just like letting it take you over, you know. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder for some people. I mean, I get that way too. I got that way for a couple of years before, but yeah, it's crazy. So do you want to shout out maybe like your SoundCloud and like what city you're
Yeah, SoundCloud is underneath the Unique Tha Conduktor. Also I'm on all streaming sites underneath the same thing. The Unique is UNIQUE. Tha is THA, and then Conduktor is CONDUKTOR. You can find me on all streaming sites, from the YouTube, from iTunes, all that, from all the other projects that I've done as well. I'm also on Dat Piff. I mean, like, I'm pretty much on damn near every fucking streaming site I can find.
Yeah. What city is what city's the studio in?
Right now we've got one located in Moline, and then we've also got another one located in East Moline. Really what the vision kind of is for that is me and my partners, man, we're trying to be the Walmart of recording studios. Like, we want to set up different hubs, you know what I'm saying, throughout the United States and throughout the world, you know what I'm saying, but still give people that same quality and that same big sound that we always try to, you know what I'm saying, give folks. And also like the same care, you know what I mean? So that's really what the dream and the vision is for us to be able to set up different hubs, you know what I'm saying, and everybody get that same quality and care and love that we give to even the ones locally, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what the vision is right now. And right now we got one in Moline and we got one in East Moline. Is our newest one.
Yeah, you and Kim Lam been known as grinders for years around here, like very talented. So I'm glad you guys came together with that. I know you guys have been cool, but like it's really cool to see that. It looks like a fun environment too. We actually, it was so crazy how me and him even actually met, man. Like,
I had heard about him, like, all through high school and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he had heard about me, you know, all through high school and stuff. And then as we turned adults, kind of heard about each other as far as, like, you know, who was doing what as far as beats or engineering, all this type of shit. And me and him linked up at a job, bro. We linked up at a job where it was like a telemarketing job, but all that we did was shoot emails. All that we did was sit and literally shoot emails all day. And so, like, the boss would come through, and he would be like, hey, somebody's using too much of the Wi-Fi. Somebody's using too much of the Wi-Fi. And so one day we're out on our smoke break. We're out having a cigarette. And he's like, man, is that you? He's like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm over there downloading kits, beat kits. He's like, that's crazy. I'm doing the same shit.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So we linked up there, bro. Like, and then we've been friends ever since, man. And
that's
both
a great
of us
story.
Always have like the same drive as far as with this shit. We knew that we had to travel outside of Iowa and kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, like, network and build our names in different areas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And as far as getting knowledge and all that different sort of things, like, Kim went to the schooling side of things. I never did like the schooling side of things. I've just always been those type of hands-on learner type of person to where I just sit back and I'll watch a person for so long and then I'll just start trying it. So, you know, I've been blessed to have friends who have went to school for it. And then, you know, I mean, I've been able to hang around and they teach me certain things and certain things like that. So that's how me and Kim's relationship really started off, man. Like, we started off as two motherfuckers over there on the internet getting motherfucking beat kits. And then we traveled throughout the U.S. together, man, doing this music shit. And now, you know what I'm saying, here we are to where we've got our own studios, man.
That's awesome. I love that story. I love it. Because I know you're the one, I know people all over, man. I know motivated people, but like, you're always the one that was always working. Like, you're always like making beats and shit, like nonstop for years. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. It's not like, I don't know, just because like, I know creative people that need breaks. Like, man, I know you say you probably do, but we just don't notice because you're always working.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, there's those days where I don't touch it at all. There's days where I don't even listen to music, bro. Like, I'll be for real, because it's you gotta rest your ears, man. You have to rest your ears in this business, especially like with engineering. Like, you better rest your ears. Like, that's one thing I'm gonna say. You better rest your ears, because otherwise it's like, it starts to be a bunch of noise if you don't. Yeah. Otherwise, it just starts to turn into a whole bunch of noise. And I'm not being creative. But if I'm just steadily at it, every day, back to back. I'm not allowing myself to even be creative and to even like step outside of the box for people because I'm just in a tunnel. So I definitely take, a day or two off and just do nothing but just enjoy life, man. For real, you have to do that. You really have to do that.
I never even thought of it like that, like it becoming just noise and everything, but like that's true on everything though. Like people talk about grinding, never sleep, and I was like, man, I gotta at least try to get some sleep. I'm way too busy. Like that shit'll kill you.
Right. Yeah. Definitely need those breaks. Definitely need those breaks.
Sure. For sure. So your big goal on that is kind of being the Walmart of studios, kind of expanding everywhere. And
expanding everywhere, man. We're trying to get room brand, man, everywhere, man. Like we pretty much got the QC knowing about us, but now we trying to spread it across the world.
Right. Yeah. So what other kind of ultimate goals do you have, or is that kind of your goal now? Like,
yeah, man, I'm still, be for real. I'm also, because right now, we're transitioning. We've got this thing we've been doing hoodies and a lot of merch to say threats. And what threats is it stands for the Hit Room Engineers and Talent Scouts. So, we're out seeking some good talent, you know what I'm saying? To do this music shit. So, I've been searching for different artists. I'm getting too old to be rapping Riplak, man. I get up on stage, bro. I'm tired after 2 songs, man. I'm getting too old, man.
Yeah.
I still enjoy it. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
I kind of, that's why I kind of got on the business side, man. Like I'm working too hard and then traveling and doing shows and like, I had to get on the other side of it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it. I mean, I'll always come out of retirement and do a show here and there and always get on the mic for sure because, that's the first love. Always was going to be the first love. But yeah, I mean, I done kind of took a back seat on everything as far as like performances and everything like that. But I'm definitely looking for some talent. Definitely always looking for great talent and somebody with a work ethic, man, with a drive. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on the hunt for.
So what was your favorite show that you've ever done, like performed at?
I had to say one would have to be the one with me and you. I forget where the fuck did we go? Did we go to Peoria or where the hell did we go? We went
Aurora, maybe? With
Aurora.
White Smoke? Yeah.
Yeah, with White Smoke. Yeah. That one was fun as shit. Yeah. That one was fun as shit.
He had that place going too. Everybody in there had white Smoke 'em shirts on and everything.
Yeah, man. And you know what? The reason why I enjoyed that show is for that fact alone. Is because it was at that show where I learned, like, okay, damn, like, these motherfuckers got their shit together. Like, they got fucking shirts, they got merch, you know what I'm saying? They got the whole works, you know what I'm saying? They ain't just throwing a show. They're giving shit for people to go home with to make sure that they're remembered. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so definitely that was one of my favorite ones because it was a good learning experience at the same time. It was a really great learning experience, like just to learn and be able to see like there's other parts of the game that I wasn't doing. I was just making the music and performing. Mm-hmm. I wasn't thinking about the merch side and the different ways to make money back off this, even with being underground. And so they kind of opened me up to that, man. And I'd had to say them and Nipsey Hussle opened me up as far as like doing merch, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when I started, getting my own t-shirt making equipment and all that different type of stuff, and then starting my own, clothing lines and different things like that. So definitely that show. And then I'd have to say Wasted Palooza with my boys Shake and DJ Mercenary, them from out of Clinton, man. Like when they do the whole farmhouse show where it's just nothing but like fucking fest, bro, and everybody's just having fucking fun, and there's all types of genres of music, being performed. Like I love that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I love going to things where it's like music fest and everybody's just in the same vibe because everybody's there for the same reason. The music. So it's like I love being around like those types of festivals and those types of shows where it's just huge like that and each other do this, I love that. I love that. So
Same.
definitely Aurora and definitely Wade Producer.
Same. I love doing shows with TJ Mercenary and them too.
Yeah.
This is so much love.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was our first out of town show, like way back. First time we got to get out of the Quad Cities, and like, man, I mean, we kept doing shows out there. People loved us out there. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's good to see.
Funny how, like, other people, you know, they always say that you'll never get love from your own home. And like, I think that's what it was during that time, even with me and you. Like, we weren't getting a lot of attention in our own city, but when we were going these other places, they were just like receptive to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really receptive to it. Like, it's so crazy how like your own home won't receive you, but then you go somewhere else and they just think like, yo, man, you're the dopest shit since pancakes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I love about the traveling part, man, is that not everybody's gonna like your music, but there's somebody out there that does gonna, you know what I'm saying, that does get along with your vibe and does like your music. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there. You're not just motherfucking making music. You know what I mean? And it shows when you start going out of town and traveling and meeting different folks.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like when I lived in Florida, when I was doing the hunger drives, like I wasn't trying to keep being a performer, but I would do it just to either promote them, and then I would perform at the hunger drives and shit. But like, they never heard anything like me down there. They're like, what the hell? You know, they liked me and shit. So
right.
So who was your like favorite producer that like mostly influenced you, or even in general? Like, who's your favorite producers out there, like famous?
It's always has been and always will be DJ Quick. Always has been and always will be DJ Quick. You know, a lot of people say Dr. Dre and everything. Yeah, Dre was dope. But for me, it's DJ Quick. DJ Quick, number one, man, I call him like the Prince of hip hop because he plays all those different fucking instruments. His engineering ear is fucking exceptional. Like, a lot of people don't know that DJ Quick did a lot of that motherfucking Tupac All Eyes on Me as far as the engineering and everything on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's incredible to me. Like him being an artist, his production, his engineer ear. Like, so definitely DJ Quick. Like, and that's one of the goals. Like, I've got to work with DJ Quick before I'm laid down in the dirt. Like, I'm going that, like, it's gonna happen. So
you were the only, like, I couldn't find. I always remember you telling me that though, because I think we were in my car or something at one point, and I had the DJ Quick like CD playing.
Yeah.
And like, it was crazy because like nobody else was like fucking with them, especially in our area. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. I love DJ Quick.
Yeah, he's a musical genius, man. Yeah. Musical genius.
Yeah. Any others, or is that just your main?
I rock with some of the newer guys. Like, I like London on the Track. I like who else do I like? A lot of the newer Murder Beats. I like Murder Beats. I think Murder Beats is super dope. I like 808 Mafia. I think they're super dope. Let me see who else. Who else do I really like go to and like watch a lot of their tutorials and different stuff? Like T-Pain. I watch a lot of like his. He had those things where he was like, he had a podcast where he was bringing in different producers and he was working on beats with them and different things. So even T-Pain, I think T-Pain's dope as a producer even, you know what I'm saying, on the producer side. And I think he's another musical genius as well. So yeah, them as far as like the new schoolers, but my ultimate of all time is DJ Quick. I mean, I rock with a lot of the newer ones, but at the same time, you know, a lot of the newer guys, it's like, and I hate to sound like the old head in the room, but it's like a lot of the newer guys, it's like a lot of their shit sounds the same. So like for the newer guys to stick out to me, they have to do something like absolutely different. You know what I'm saying? That sticks out from what everybody else is doing. Helluva out there in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? That does a lot of the, them cats out there in Detroit. The producer Helluva, he's dope. I think he's super dope. But yeah. So like definitely DJ Mustard. DJ Mustard is dope as well. But yeah, so like the newer cats, I'd have to say they have to sound different from the others to me. You know what I mean? For me to like lock into them and be wanting to hear what they got going on. But yeah, definitely of all time, DJ Quick, hands down.
What do you think? Why do you think that is? Like, people trying to do too much trap beats and shit. Like, is it harder to like kind of get away from like a different sound or something?
I think it's just that right now that's the sound.
It's
You
selling
know,
still, so they're not kind of breaking away from it.
Yeah, it's selling. You know, you got it seems like the ones that try to step out the box, it takes them a while for people to catch on and latch on. I'm watching this one, I can't think of the name of them, but there's this, they're a husband and wife group. And man, their shit is hot right now. And even like, it's crazy. I've heard them, and now I'm having like several people send me like the song and send me the video link of this husband and wife group. And they're dope as hell, and their sound is actually fucking different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to find out who it is. I'll send you a link or something later on. But they're dope as hell to me because they're actually coming with a different sound. But I'm noticing it's taking them a while for people to catch on to it. But it's dope as hell. And so I think that's what it is that it's not, you know, yeah, we're in an era of where it's just like a lot of trap and it's a lot of like the same sound and shit. But there are those that are coming up. It's taking a while for it to gravitate. That's all it is. Taking a while for it to gravitate. Because I really see like Substance starting to come back to the scene. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Substance is really starting to come back to the motherfucking scene. So I think here pretty soon it's gonna be like an even scale of where it's gonna be, you know, those who still love the trap, and then there's going to be those who still want substance. And I think the substance is starting to come back into a level playing field as far as with the trap. Because like here, for a while, we've been so much trap. And it's like, you know, the Kendrick Lamars, yeah, you know what I mean? They'll come up there and they'll reach with those, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they're not, I'm not going to say consistent, but they're not pumping it out enough for it to stay right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the, you know what I mean, the speed of how trap is moving. But I definitely see it coming back. Like the substance music is definitely coming back. And so I'll give it a couple more years. And it's going to be back at a level playing field, man. It's going to be back at the level playing field. But right now, what you also have to understand too, though, is that with hip hop, it's always been a kind of, I guess you could kind of say like rebellious movement to a certain degree. And the generations and the age groups that are most rebellious are like your teenagers and your 20-year-olds. So when this is what those generations are mostly listening to, that's what the industry is mostly targeting, is those age groups. So that's what we're going to hear. Until, I mean, we get the generations of where they're wanting to hear more than just shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Then that's when it's going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, us as the adults, and that we've had the generations where we had the, you know what I mean, those who are speaking substance and those who are kicking knowledge and music. Like, we just got to be patient, and then just be looking for those who are, you know what I'm saying, dropping that substance, and make sure that we get behind those who are dropping the substance. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing, that music is it's microwave. It's microwave nowadays. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a song is hot for a week now. You know what I mean? Like, if your song is lasting more than then you know you've got one. But music nowadays, people are just dropping singles. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing 4 and 5 song projects being dropped. Nobody even dropping 20 songs no more on albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, that era is dead because the attention span is so short. I mean, look at how much, like, you go back and you look at some of the 90s pop and look at even the time length on the songs. Like, those songs were lasting sometimes 4 and 5 minutes, and we were cool with that. You had 3/16s on a song. Nowadays, it's 2 12s in the choruses and a bridge. You know what I mean? And then the song is only gonna last 2.5 at the most 3 minutes. So the attention span is so short now. You know what I'm saying? That it's microwave. It's microwave. It's microwave. It's microwave because it's done blown up. With the help of the internet, it's blown up so big that you have so much that you're confused to what to even listen to or who to listen to.
Yeah, that attention span is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'll hear a hook and then like a verse and then the hook and it's over. And like, and that, I mean, that's cool, but like, yeah, like there's some people that are like, should I put out a 15 song album? Like, no. Like, I mean, unless you're targeting to people my age, like fine,
right.
But like, but that's it. You're going to limit yourself. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Attention span is definitely short. And if you ain't keeping it, and with the help, and you got to think of it and look at it like this too. Like now, you know, before we used to have to wait to read the biographies, like in the covers, or we would have to wait and watch certain shows to see interviews. You know what I mean? As far as like watching Yo MTV Raps or watching From Out the Basement, you know what I mean? Rap City and all this type of stuff. Like we had to wait for those shows each day. And now with these things that even we're sitting here talking to, like the power of these jokers right here in our hand, like now it's turned into a thing to where you can get that every day from an artist. You get that content every single day from an artist. So now I just have to choose who it is that I want to, who I want to tap into. But here lies the problem though, is that there's so many to choose from. You know what I mean? It's like with hip hop right now, it's like a buffet 100 million miles long, and it's all filled with every type of food that you can fucking think of to eat. But now it's just upon you of what you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? But you have this huge buffet. This fucker is 100 miles long, and there's every type of fucking food on there. So now it's up to you as the listener as far as like what you want to indulge in. So that's what I see. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing all at the same time. It's a gift and a curse all in one thing.
Yep. And I know that there's a couple, like I don't listen to a lot of new stuff, but I mean, some of it, I can't even think of the song. It's a Lil Baby, or I think it's a Lil Baby song or something. I don't know, but man, the beat and the way they do their like new style of rap on it sounds awesome together. But like, I'm usually not like that, but like even like, I think like, I don't sit here and listen to these guys, but like, and not because they passed away, but like Lil Peep and like Triple X, you could tell they were coming from like real personal areas, like dark areas when they were making certain songs. First time I heard Triple X before he passed away, I was like, he's different. Like I like it. And I think he could have went in that direction of like more like real content instead of all the other stuff. But Lil Peep, I didn't actually hear of Lil Peep until he passed away. When I listened to him, I heard more of a like 9 Inch Nails kind of vibe to it. And you know how I feel about 9 Inch Nails, but like I thought he could have really took off in a whole different direction and actually been like a really big artist, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like I haven't dug into a lot of those guys. I mean, I should, but it's kind of hard, man. Like I don't really like the sound of a lot of the new stuff, so it's hard for me to really get through it like a whole song.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, man, the nowadays music is mostly moved by the beats. You know what I'm saying? Like if people can't bop and, you know what I'm saying, move around to it, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter what you're saying. As long as you've got some type of melody with the beat that people are like this too, then it really don't matter too much what you saying. Like, it's all sonics now. It's all sonics. It's not so much the words, it's sonics. It's the way the music feels. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. It's going off of feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, this is how I feel right now, and this is what I want them to do right now. So let me give that. You know what I mean? It's not much the words. It's not so much the content. It's just the feeling.
And I can't even knock people. I can't knock anyone on what music makes them feel good, you know?
Right.
People will sit there and just be like, stop this kind of music. I'm like, man, that makes someone feel good. It brings back memories. Like I can't sit there, like, I can't stand country music, but like, I can't sit there and bash it for two reasons, because like, I'm not going to bash something like that people love and someone's art form. But like, the other reason, like, everyone knows I know people in the music industry, and like, I was thinking about that one day. I was like, man, this song's stupid as shit. Like, God, I can't stand country, but I didn't put anything online, obviously. And then like a day or two later, someone at work was like, I got a private party. Can you book me a country band? I'm like, all right. So, I mean, you can't sit there and talk shit about like a certain genre,
Right.
especially being like on the business side, because I mean, that could come back and bite you. So if anyone's watching this interview, I love country. I can book your bands. Put Soul True on tour.
I've studied music, like, especially being a producer, like so many different types of genres of like music and shit. Like, and what I've learned, like it really is. What do they say? It's a what language? It's music is the what? It's like, it's something that it doesn't need, you know, any type of language, because music is something that is with everyone. You know, man, I've here recently, I remember I sampled some shit from Russia, some music from Russia. And because my mind and my mentality as far as like my beats and everything during the time is like, yo, I love doing samples, but I want to sample shit that ain't nobody over here in the US thought to sample. You know what I'm saying? And so what I found myself doing is I started studying like a lot of old foreign records. You know what I'm saying? Like, and no, I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying, but if the melodies and shit and whatever the hell like sounded good enough for me, then I was sampling it. And if they were foreign records. And when I play these beats or these records for people, you know, they can tell that it's a sample, but it's like, yo, where the fuck did you get that from? And it's like, dude, that shit's something from Russia or something from Italy or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So with me, I think I've just learned to appreciate, like you were saying, like appreciate every type of music, man. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what, because way that I see it is that when a song is made, it was made for a reason. I might not understand that reason, but somewhere, you know what I'm saying, it was made for a reason, for someone, for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for somebody's, you know what I'm saying? So with me, I've just learned to appreciate music in that way, because like, you know, like you said, we can't, who am I to knock something that makes somebody else feel good or something that made somebody else cry? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to knock that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what emotion feeling it gave you. You know what I'm saying? But I've just learned to appreciate it all, and even open my ears to it all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's been times like of course, no, I don't listen to like death metal and stuff, but there's been times like in my life where I've been at parties and stuff. I'll tell you, I was living in North Dakota. My skin color is very rare up there. So when I would go to parties and stuff, only type of music that was being played was like heavy rock and all this type of shit. So like I learned to like adjust my ears. Like sometimes I would ignore it in my mind and just, you know, be having conversations with people. But then there were times where I would actually tap in and be like, man, like this is actually some dope shit. Even though it's grungy and I can't understand what the fuck it is that they're saying. I'm looking at the reaction of how people are acting in this party and they're having a good ass fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned to just appreciate music in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something for everybody. Music is something for everybody.
And I like the live experience, like,
yeah,
whatever it is. If someone's like, want to go to a country concert, I don't got shit to do, I might go. Like,
right.
Even though I might not like what I hear, but I'll be, you know, I like getting out there. So like COVID, we kind of lost out on that, you know. I know you and I were talking about doing something for mental health awareness, and we were talking a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
COVID came along, and everybody kind of just scattered and started doing their own thing, you know, expanding. Do you think COVID what are your thoughts on COVID and music? Because like, in my opinion, I think it kind of helped people, like,
I think it made people go harder.
Yeah, and find different ways to like survive it.
Like, yeah, like it's without it, how could you have survived?
Right.
Without survived it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I was looking at like with that whole shit. Like it's so crazy how a lot of things switched up. Like you know what I'm saying? As far as like you got to think, okay, look at what happened to even the strip clubs. Like where a lot of, you know what I mean, as far as hip hop, you know what I'm saying, you go down to the Atlanta area, that's where a lot of the shows and everything is getting thrown at, you know what I'm saying, as the strip clubs. And so then now you had artists, they couldn't perform, they couldn't get that bag, you know what I'm saying, as far as going and touring and doing things like that. So then it turned into a thing is how can I rebrand myself or be innovative enough to still keep myself relevant during this time where I can't get out and touch and see the people. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I look at the shit like that Tory Lanez did, you know what I mean, with his shit on the Instagram, like quarantine. He got fucking female working and shit on the live, you know what I'm saying? And then like I was looking at all the music also that, you know what I'm saying, that was being made. Like if you look at it, like there's still songs that are coming out that are that they made back in quarantine. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a great thing. You know what I mean? The artists had to learn how to be a little bit innovative as far as keeping themselves relevant, you know what I'm saying? And keeping, you know, staying into people's faces. But I think it was a good and bad thing. It was a bad thing on the aspect of that, like, you know, people couldn't tour, and then even, you know, the fans couldn't even enjoy it live. You know what I'm saying? So there's both aspects even on that. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was a good thing because, like, I think it made artists do a little bit more digging within, you know what I'm saying, within their artistry. You know what I'm saying? And people went hard during it, and we got all this great music and shit now from it.
Yeah, and I think one of the bad things, obviously, is the venues that shut down, and that sucks really bad. Yeah. But like, I agree. I think in some ways, if you can find good, you can find good out of anything. But, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it was a gift, another gift and a curse. You know what I mean? It was another gift and curse. But I'm looking at it now, like looking back at it now, like that's when motherfuckers was really in the lab and going hard, and you can tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were going hard.
Well, like, I think it's good for a lot of the artists to have gone through that, because coming from the time we came from, when you have to actually like press up your own albums, you have to do everything yourself. You have to get out on foot and actually like sell them out your trunk. You go, you know, like you were seeing people around like that. I remember that B-Rock dude was all over town, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
And like, I'd always see him at gas stations or something selling CDs over the place. Like, that's the type of stuff we came from. So when MySpace came, we're like, oh, okay. Like, they all just got to like put it up there and everyone got to hear it. Yeah, that's a good thing. It was a great thing for music, but like, I think it's good for them to see like, oh, now you got to be innovative. Like,
yeah,
you got to really like, that was our whole time coming up.
You know what I'm saying? To keep their attention. I mean, like, look at all playing fields on that. Like, even like I said, like with the strip clubs, like OnlyFans got big as fuck.
Yeah.
Like over that time, OnlyFans got big as fuck, and OnlyFans got big as fuck because the strippers couldn't strip at the strip club. So now it's like, oh, okay, check this out. I have my own personal show that you can join and pay me to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like a lot of things that trickled from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that trickled from that. Like, and look at that even in the aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you've got it to where females are like, fuck, I don't even have to go strip at the strip club no more.
Yeah.
Got my phone that I can just prop up and do and still make my money. From the comfort of my own home. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it definitely was. I think what I learned is that, like, you know, I saw people either fold up and like give in, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I mean, just give up, you know what I'm saying, during that time. But I think you found out your real warriors and your real soldiers in life through quarantine, man. You know what I'm saying? On every level. You know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah, that was some crazy shit. You know what I mean? It was like there were days where I woke up and I thought it was like the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? The way that everything was just feeling and how empty everything was.
Yeah.
But I think, man, through quarantine and through the COVID thing, man, it's taught people how to be real warriors. You know what I'm saying? How to be real for themselves.
Yep. A lot of positive if you know where to look for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have another question too. This is a creative process question. So let's say writing, let's say making a song, even if you're producing the beat or whatever, you can talk about either or, but like when you're like writing a new song or you're producing, like what is the creative process that you go through? Like if you're writing a song, do you listen to the beat as you write, or do you, I know you're a producer, so do you get an idea, write it, and then make the beat, or do you just make beats and then get an idea?
Both.
So everything.
On the aspect of, because I've had songs, excuse me, I've had songs that have just, where I've gotten the words first, you know what I mean, as far as like what it is that I'm gonna say, you know what I mean, or like the chorus or whatever, and then the beat comes later. And then there's a lot of the songs where I'm making the beat, and then the words start to come. So it goes both. Like, it goes both. With me, like now, like I really don't, because I record myself, I don't write that much. Because, you know, I'm just going in and just, you know what I mean? Like everybody knows what the secret of that is. It's just, you know, you hit record until you get the right 4 bars, and then you look for the next right 4 bars in your head, and then you just keep building and building. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it means when people say they don't write. I gave the secret away. But anyway, with me now, it's totally just off of a vibe of like whatever the beat is doing. I would say more now. You know what I'm saying? I still have those good ass songs that I come up with every blue moon, out the blue moon, that the words just come to me first. But for the most part, it's probably the beat. And when, as far as like me cooking up beats, really, man, I just start going through sounds and just looking for a vibe, whether it be energy or laid back or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying? It just really depends on, you know what I'm saying, whatever I find in the sounds, you know what I'm saying? I'll literally just go through sounds, just going through sounds, just till I find something that I want to do something with. And so, yeah, like, I would say mostly it's just, for me, it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. Like, you know, it's whatever the beat is doing. Or like I said, here every now and then I'll get those ones where the idea come to me in my head as far as like the words and everything. Then it's just making the beat to it, and that's the simple part for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm kind of like that too. I'm different. I don't like writing with the beat on a lot of the time. Like I will, and then I'll stop it and then write. Like I can't, like my brain can't multitask where I can just write with the beat going the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
I get like that too. Like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at a section where I, you know what I mean, of the beat where I'm like, okay, I know whatever's gonna come next, but I don't want to keep hitting fucking rewind on that part. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, yeah, so I feel you where you just shut it off and then just kind of keep going. Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
I feel you.
I like to write in the quiet, like
Mm-hmm.
nothing going on around me.
Okay. I've never really heard that before, but I feel it.
Yeah, I get too much in my own head where I don't know. I like it. I like doing it that way.
Right.
So did you open the studio during COVID?
Actually, we had opened up right before.
Did you take a pretty big hit?
Yeah, man. Like, yes and no, because I was still, you know what I'm saying, I'm still a producer.
Yeah.
And I got beats. You know what I'm saying? So this is I mean, this is gonna keep going one way or the other. You know what I mean? Because and that's what I'm saying. Back to what my mentor, you know what I'm saying, Russell Scott said, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning, do more than just rap. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, I can still offer a service. I can still, motherfuckers can
Right.
still, their waves and shit, and I can still mix and master that shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be it's got to be a business where you're universal with it. You know what I'm saying? Where it don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, where this shit don't stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
That's great advice for anybody that can take away from that.
Right.
We do.
Right.
I tell a guy at work. There's a guy at work that wants to start putting on or doing shows. I actually got him at his first show coming up, but like he started telling me like I'm starting to learn how to shoot my own videos, this and that. I was like, there you go. I was like, see, that's what I was waiting for you to tell me. Like,
yeah,
he's doing more than like that's what we like in the takeover. We did that as a team, like graphic design, had our own studio, engineering, kind of produce. We don't really make our own beats, but we've messed with it a little bit. But because I mean, there's stuff people aren't always going to be good at, you know.
Right.
And that's what we got you for. If I need a beat, I'm like, Conductor, what up?
Right.
So.
Right. But man, yeah, that's definitely our team, man. Like, none of us are just one-way talented. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've dabbled into the video shit. You know what I mean? Slice dabbles into the video shit. I mean, you know, all of us are multi-talented. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to make my own flyers off my phone, but I still know how to make my own if I need to. You know what I'm saying? And now, but we've got people who actually do graphic artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we've got this great videographer. You know what I'm saying? Because we've got a video production room at the new studio. You know what I'm saying? This huge video production room, and so now we got somebody on the team now where that's where and he went to school for it. And man, he's a youngster coming up. Xavier to go visuals. He's a youngster coming up, and like I tell him every time I see him, man, like I'm like, I love your work ethic. Like, he stays working, he stays working, stays working, and he's pumping them out. You know what I'm saying? And he's giving them good shit on top of all that. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that's what it's about, man. Is about having a team and building a team that where it isn't just one way talented. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, you know, I remember, you know, when we first jumped in, we got a building over in Rock Island, and we literally me and Slice built all of the fucking the soundproof. We used material, and we built the walls and shit all soundproof and shit. You know what I'm saying? With so yeah, and like that's from me doing construction and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, you definitely need a team to where everybody is multi-talented and not just rapper. The rapper.
If they're just a rapper, they need to be hella motivated, man. Really good. But so are you offering videos yet?
Yeah. I mean, we've got like I said, To Go Visuals in the building with us. Young Cap goes To Go Visuals. His name is Xavier. I can't think of his last name right now.
I might need to hit you for a couple of them.
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, he's definitely, man. He's definitely been going hard, man. Like he's had got a great work ethic, man. Like I said, and he's pumping them out. You know what I'm saying? So we're glad to have him on board, man. And he's been doing his thing. He's been doing this thing. Like, I'm really proud of him.
Nice. Yeah, I might have to hit you up about a couple things, because I got this guy, brand new guy I'm working with, trying to bring up. So he doesn't have a studio or anything yet.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. It was good though, man. Like, it was good catching up with you and everything.
And anytime, Riplak, man, you know, I told you, man, it was an honor, man. I was honored, man, that you even wanted to do it, man. For real.
Yeah, I'm glad yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. I'm glad you came on here, man. It's always fun. We need to do this more often though. Like, now we're on the back side of the whole COVID thing, man. I've been actually like getting out, actually like socializing and moving around more. So
yeah. Still gotta love and live life, man. Still gotta love and live. For sure.
Yo. All right, man. Take care, and congratulations on everything, man. That's awesome that you got the studio going. And
appreciate it, man. We've been blessed, man. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All righty, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.
It don't matter if you're friends or foes, cause you gotta keep your enemies close. If you don't know the true colors they show, then the past is present and I'm fine on my own. I could care less about the history set, and better yet, I'm better off to leave it like that. So the question's asked, can we try and go back? Hell no, that mistake is one of my last.
5th grade, it began. High school, we was in a band, rocking out at your mama's house, just to show these motherfuckers what we all about. Years went by, crossed paths again, kicked it hard like we were best friends. We were moving fast, never gave a fuck, to the days when the pavement struck. We hit rock bottom, life was all problems. Hike across town just for top ramen, but we split every penny to the top dollar, till you came into some cash and you did not holler. Chopped it up right before I stood up for my girl in the club. Fist thrown and throat choking, people getting fucked up. I got bone rush, we ain't cool cause you got scared and punked up. Jumped like some chump as you sat back with that dumb slut.
It don't matter if you're friends or foes, cause you gotta keep your enemies close. If you don't know the true colors they show, then the past is present and I'm fine on my own. I could care less about the history set, and better yet, I'm better off to leave it like that. So the question's asked, can we try and go back? Hell no, that mistake is one of my last.
Wait, so y'all can party all night, but I can work 3 jobs and I get kicked out? That's some fucking bullshit. I work my ass off and I walk every fucking where. Fuck it, I'm gone.
Gone, gone, so gone, so gone. I lost another friend again, said I'd never pay my due, even when you know I was overpaying you. With no car, working 3 jobs, staying in a room with no bed, but I owe you. Who me? Nah, not this dude. I left you, still tried to friend you, then you tried to pull bullshit. You know me, I ain't one for playing. The real one, you lost. The truth's the only thing that I'm saying.
It don't matter if you're friends or foes, cause you gotta keep your enemies close. If you don't know the true colors they show, then the past is present and I'm fine on my own. I could care less about the history set, and better yet, I'm better off to leave it like that. So the question's asked, can we try and go back? Hell no, that mistake is one of my last.
Heaven knows, if we friends or foes, I should let it go. With a lesson blows as the tempest grows. Nobody knows what no really be like. I ain't an on-off option in nobody's life. You either like me or you don't, not a hard choice to decide. No back and forth, pros and cons with that force in your mind. Cause I'm a ride or die dude of the loyalist kind. As my team, it's just a bonus that my vocals are tight. But nah, ain't about bragging, exposing those types that only hit you when they need something to poisonous tribe. It's sad, this is such a colloquial find. How do these vultures even cope with their mind? How can they fathom not understanding the scope of our time? Limited life being lived with a limitless vibe. So any friends or enemies, I'm just giving advice. Love me or hate me, I'm still living my life.
It don't matter if you're friends or foes, cause you gotta keep your enemies close. If you don't know the true colors they show, then the past is present and I'm fine on my own. I could care less about the history set, and better yet, I'm better off to leave it like that. So the question's asked, can we try and go back? Hell no, that mistake is one of my last.